Hey folks, Dave back here in Studio B, and I'm in a basketball mood, and so I pulled out regular season basketball. You guys know how much I really love regular season basketball. It's just been a long time since I played it, so I need to get in here and dig it out. And I actually had to reread some of the rules. You know something? I think that's going to be a topic for one of our shows. Relearning games that you haven't played in a while is what I think it's going to be called. I think Rust might be a good one because I am rusty with some of these games here. So I'm just setting up here to go live, but I'm going to play the Celtics and the Hawks again tonight. As you guys know, that the Hawks were a thorn in my side during this replay, and I don't know why, but they were. And I'm just kind of setting up the chat as well to make sure that that's safe for everybody here. Okay, we should be good to go. And so everything should be good to go now. Okay. Alrighty. So here in Studio B, we're setting this up right now. And all right, now I'm set up, ready to go. All right, so I got the Hawks and the Celtics, regular season basketball. If you don't have this game, go get it. It's fun. What I love about it is you can add as much detail or as little detail as you want. I'm going to just be keeping track of points here tonight, and I got about an hour. I should be able to get this done in an hour before I got to go to work tonight, so we're going to see if we can get this done here. As Andrew stopped by from Louisville. Good to see you here from Louisville. We're playing some basketball tonight. You're probably closer to Atlanta than you are Boston, so you might be rooting for the Hawks. I need a Celtics hat. This is the only green I could find. I can't find my Whalers. So we're going to do this the best I can. Now, my little caveat, I may make some mistakes because it's been a long time since I played this game. But I really, really like it. And usually I just play the basic game, which gets me the final score. But I am going to try to keep track of some points so we can kind of update some of the stats here. I'm not going to do the blocks. I'm not going to do, free throws and assists and rebounds. But I will. I should do that at some point. That might be fun to try that at some point. But we're going to play some basketball tonight. Now, check this out here. Look at this. All right, so I tried to recreate the Boston Garden scoreboard the best I could to kind of simulate this game. So let's see. All right, so let's start this up, and we're going to roll the dice, and we're going to start with – actually, let me just jump this out of the way here. All right, so we're going to start with the roll of the dice here. So Atlanta goes first. Again, I always do the visitors first and the home team, except late in the game where I may roll home first, depending on the score, to try to add some excitement to it. All right, so here we go. So Atlanta starts off, and, of course, 8 points. So they got a 35. So Atlanta gets a 3 and a 5. Now, I do subtract. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 35 is, yeah. I do have to subtract 2 points because I have all the modifiers in, so they will actually pick up 6 points on this round. And so Atlanta has 6. And let's figure out who got the points. So on a third roll of 35, and subtracting 2. So it looks like Livingston picked up a couple. So Livingston will get 4 points. And then the other 2 free throws by Rivers. And there's also Wilkins in there as well. So Wilkins and Rivers gets 2 points on the free throw. So Livingston with 4 points and Rivers with 2 points on that sequence. And now let's roll for Boston, and I will change my time here. We're going to be playing 3 minutes. So now Boston rolls. And, they got 8 as well. So they got a 62. So 6 and a 2 for Boston. So they have 8 points. So after 3 minutes of play, Boston actually leads this one thanks to the modifier, 8-6 after 3 minutes. Again, it's been a while since I played this, so I'm pretty sure I have this. So let's go see how Boston did on this round here. Third kill actually was 0 for 2, so we got to add him to our list, so he's in the game. Parrish got 3 field goals, so Parrish will get 6 points out of that. And then McHale sinks 3 field goals. Is that right? No, that's not right. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm looking at the wrong column here. I screwed up already. All right, 6 and 2. My bad. So they got 8. 6 and 2. So McHale gets 4 points. So McHale's in the game. So McHale with 4 points. Greg Kite is in the game. So Greg Kite picks up a couple of points. And then DJ gets a couple of free throws. So DJ with 2. All righty. So after a couple initial screw-ups, I think I'm ready to go here. So it's 8-6 Boston, so we have the lead 3 minutes into this game. McHale with a big start with 4 points for Boston, and Livingston with 4 points for Atlanta. So now let's roll the dice for the visitors here. I want to get my I knew I was going to bump this and mess this up here. All right, so I'm trying to get that as straight as I can. All right, so Atlanta up now, and Atlanta, ooh, not good at all. That is a 1 and a 3 for 4 points. So Atlanta now has 10. And we'll just bring this down here to the 6-minute mark. We'll wait for Boston's roll. So they have a 1 and a 3. So we go to Atlanta. Let's see how Atlanta did here on the 1 and the 3. So Wilkins is 0 for 2. Charles picks up a couple of baskets. So this guy, Charles, comes in. Lorenzo Charles. So he gets 4 points, and he gets all the points there. And Rivers was 0 for 2 from the line. So, again, if you want to keep stats, you're a basketball guy, this game is fantastic for stats. It really is. All righty, so we move on. So now it's going to be Boston chance as we approach the 6-minute mark, and they get a 5 and a 1, so they pick up 6 points here. So Boston a 5 and a 1 for 6 points. So they now have 14. So Boston doing quite well right now in our revenge game. So after 6 minutes of play, I believe that is. It is 14-10. So we're about halfway through the first quarter. So now let's see who got the points for Boston. Carlisle missed a couple of shots, so he's playing today for Boston. And what you do, if I remember correctly, is that you go right down the list. As you see them here, you write them down in the first 12 of the people in the game. So we haven't seen Bird yet, so that's not a good sign. McHale with 2 more points, so 2 more baskets, so he gets 4. So he gets 4, so he has 8 now. McHale up to 8 points. And Bird, finally Bird in the game with a couple of free throws. So Bird picks up 2. So quick check of the math. 2, 4, 6, 14, and 10. Yep, so we're doing okay here. All right, so Bird chips in with a couple of free throws. McHale with a couple more buckets. Kite with a bucket as well earlier in the game. So on this round here, McHale, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's right. All right, so 14-10 here. And I just messed up my thing here, didn't I? All right, so now Atlanta ball here in the first quarter. And 2 and a 3, that'll be 5 for Atlanta. So 2 and 3 for 5 points. So they're now up to 15 points. And we'll move this down to about 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Now let's see who got the points here on the 5. So Rivers picks up another one there. So he gets a bucket, so he's up to 4 points. Willis, first chance we've seen him, Kevin Willis gets a bucket as well. And then Webb with a free throw. So Willis with a bucket and Webb with a free throw. So I'm pretty sure I did that. Okay, so he gets 1. Alrighty, so that should be 15, right? 12, 14, 4, 8, 12. Oh, I probably messed up already. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, you already messed up. I'm not good at basketball. How did I mess that up? 3 and a 5 is 8. Oh, man, 3 and a 5 is 8. So 2. So 4 for Livingston, and yeah, that's right. Yeah, and 2 for Rivers, and then I got a 1-3. So 4 points for Charles. Yeah. So Livingston, Rivers, 2 points for Charles. How did I mess this up here? And I'm already messed up here. Wow. This is not a difficult game, and Dave screwed it up. 2 for Rivers. Yep, for 4. Willis with 2. And Webb with 1. Is my math off? Oh, that's why I added twice. Never mind. I added something wrong. I'm fine. Just my table is screwed up. I need to cross out numbers here. Okay, so 4, 8, 12, 15. Okay, I'm good. Sorry for the scare. Everything is good. We're okay here. Remember Star Wars? We're okay here. All right, so now let's roll for Boston here as we approach the 3-minute mark of the first. Oh, an 11. Holy cow. Boston in this revenge game is really, really taking it to them. So we're going to add 11. So that gives us 25 points right now as the Celtics are starting to put some distance between them and their nemesis. All right, let's see who got the points here now. 65. That's about as good as you can do. So Ainge in the game. So Ainge comes in, and Ainge picks up a couple of buckets, so he gets 4 points. Bird, he gets 3 out of 5, so he'll get 6 points. So Bird is now up to 8. And Ainge with a free throw. Ainge now has 5. So McHale and Bird each with 8 points for the Celtics. Okay, now I'm in the groove. It's been a little while since I've done this. All right, so now we're coming up on the final roll of the first quarter. And a 5-point run here. So that'll give them 20 points. And that'll be their final roll of the quarter. And let's see who got those here on a 3-2 for Atlanta. Okay, so Wilkins gets a bucket. So Wilkins gets on the board. He's finally on the board with 2. Koncak in the game. He gets a bucket. And a free throw goes to Webb again. So Webb now with 2 points. So Livingston with 4, Rivers with 4, Charles with 4. And that's where we stand for Atlanta. All right, so let's roll for Boston now. And let's see how they make out here at the end of the first quarter. So they get a 34, so that'll be 7 points. And what you do in this game is that if you're playing basic, you just add them. If you're playing with stats, you do have to look at different colors, and that'll tell you who got the points. So Boston now has 32, and so that's the end of the first quarter. So at the end of one, it's 32-20. Let's take a look at the stats for the Celtics. So Ainge with another bucket here, so Ainge up to 7 points. Sam Vincent in the game. He picked up a couple, so Vincent comes into the game. He gets 4 points. And on the 7th, so that's 4, 6, and 7, and third kill is in the game, and he gets a free throw, and that is that. Okay, so at the end of one, it is Boston 32 and Atlanta 20, and things are looking good here in my revenge game. All right, let's move to the second quarter now. So we're going to start things off. Period 2 here at the Garden. Let me just check my dice tray. Is it still messed up a little bit? Yeah, it is. That's going to be messed up all day. Not much I can do about that. All right, let's go back to Atlanta now. Trailing by 12 at the end of one. So maybe this is the way to play this now, is just to do revenge games against the Hawks. Oh, they get 7 now, so that's pretty good. All right, so they got a 61. So that gives them 7 points. So that gets them up to 27. So they still haven't tied the Celtics yet. And we'll just bring this down because we are in the first 3 minutes. So let's see who gets some points. So they get 7 points here. So Livingston, he gets another bucket, so he's up to 6 points now. Whitman is in the game, so first time we've seen him. So Whitman picks up a couple of buckets for 4 points. And so that would be 7. Oh, so we have to do something here. 6 and 1. 1. All right, so 2. Yep, 2, 3, 4. And then a free throw by Whitman. So Whitman now has 5 points. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at Boston now. So Boston's going to roll the dice here. And that's another good one for Boston. Jeepers creepers. You know, when I played them in my replay, I couldn't get anything going. But now they got 39 points. So they have a nice little lead here as we played first 3 minutes of the second quarter. So 39-27 Boston. Let's take a look who got the points on this round here on a 61. Wedman is in the game. Holy cow, Wedman's in the game. So Wedman gets a bucket. McHale gets 2. So McHale is up to 12 points in this game. And McHale actually got one at the line as well. So now he's up to 13. And so McHale doing quite well here for Boston. With 13 points, he leads all scorers. All right, so let's go to the next roll. And this is still early second quarter, about halfway through. And, ooh, it's a 10. That's going to be really good. So Atlanta crawling back. This is what Atlanta does, folks. This is what they do. So they now have 37 points. They're putting a squeeze on Boston right now. So 37. So, and let's bring this down here as we're approaching halfway through the second quarter. Woo, boy, so they get 10 points. So let's see who got those 10 points. So Whitman with 4 of them. So Whitman is now up to 9. Wilkins gets a couple of buckets. So now he's up to 6. And Wilkins with a couple of free throws as well. So Dominique Wilkins now has 8 points. Whitman is still leading. Who is this here? Randy Whitman is actually leading all scorers for Atlanta right now. All righty, so the Celtics will now roll. They lead by 2, but here's their chance to extend that lead as we're coming up on halfway through the second quarter. And not a good roll at all. They only got 3 points. And this is what happens to my Celtics when I play them against the Hawks. Oh, boy, it's tight now. It is 42-37 halfway through the second quarter. Not good at all. So Parrish 0 for 2. So Parrish is in the game. He has 0 points right now. Bird gets a bucket, and Bird with a free throw. So Bird with 3 points out of that. So Bird now has 11 points. It's tightening up, folks. It is tightening up. All righty, so let's roll again for Atlanta. Here come the Hawks. I'm crooked again. Sorry about that. And they'll get 8 this time, but I do have to subtract 2 because I have the modifier here. So that 8 will turn into 6, and that gives them 43. So for the moment, they have the lead with 43 points. So a 3 and a 5. Let's check this out here. So Livingston gets a pair of buckets here, and Rivers goes 2 for 2 from the line. So Livingston he gets 4, so that gives him 10. And then we said Rivers is the free throw guy in his team, so he's got 6. All righty, so Livingston now leads the Hawks with 10 points. So now the Celtics, they'll at least take the lead here because the minimum they can get is 2. But, boy, I tell you, Hawks are making this tough. Here we go. So this is going to be now 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter with this roll here, and it's a 6. That's not too bad. All right, so Boston with a 2 and a 4 and a 6. So they now have 48, but it's tightening up here at the end of the half. It was 32-20 after 1, but the Hawks have made a run for it here. So let's see who gets the points for Boston now. So Parrish gets a bucket. So Parrish is on the board with 2 points. Bird gets a bucket. And McHale 2 from the line. So Bird now is up to 13 points. And McHale has 15 points for Boston. All righty, so Atlanta roll now. It is getting tight here at the Garden. I told you, we just can't beat these guys. Just can't beat them. All right, Atlanta's going to roll now. Oh, man, they might have taken a lead. Chuck it, you watching this? So now they have 53. And they have really stormed ahead. So let's see who got those points here. So Whitman with 4 points. So he's up to 13. Wilkins with 4 points. So he's now up to 12. And Wilkins with 2 more from the line. So he has 14. So Dominique Wilkins, after a quiet start, now has 14 points as Steeler fan shows up here for this revenge game against the Hawks. All right, Celtics, here we go. We're rolling now. Last roll of the half for Boston. And, okay, not bad, 45. So they'll get 9 points out of that. And so at the half, they will have a 4-point lead. So that's the end of the first half. Let's see. We'll take a look at the scoring now. So we have a 45. I forgot how much fun this game is. It really is. I'm just rusty at it. So Bird picks up 4 more. So Bird now has 17 points. Parrish gets 4 more, so he now has 6. And Bird 2 more from the line, so Bird now has 19 points for Boston. So at the end of the first half, here at the Garden, it's a close one. It's the Celtics 57 and the Hawks 53. Yeah, that's where we are. Okay, so let's start the second half, and we got a -2 right off the back for the Hawks, right off the bat. Virginia Beach checks in. Sean, how was the weather out there, Virginia Beach? It's probably pretty nice, I would imagine. Coming late March, early April, starting to get some good weather down there, I hope. Hope you get some good weather. Hopefully you're playing something fun. All right, I'm playing some regular season basketball. I missed this game. You know, I always say I got to get back and play these games. I missed this game. So regular season basketball here. So, I got to fix this. So now we are in period 3. So we're in the third period right now. And a fresh dozen on the clock. All right, so we're in period 3 right now, and Atlanta will start the ball rolling here, trailing by 4 at the half, and we subtract 2 from them. And, that's an 8. That's good. So it's a 2 and a 6, but we subtract 2, so they only get 6 on that one there. So now they have 59 points. So 59 for Atlanta, and there we go. Cold and windy in the 50s. No, that's not good. All right, so let's check it out here. So I got a 2 and a 6. So Wilkins picks up 4 points, so now he's up to 20. And so we got to subtract 2. So they got, 8? So he picks up, what is this? So there's 8 points. They only get 6. So 2, 4, 6. Okay. And then Livingston with 2 from the line. So Livingston now has 12. So Dominique Wilkins up to 20 points right now for the Hawks. All right, Celtics now. They trail by 2, but now we're going to roll for them. And they'll get 4 points. Not good, Boston. Not good. 3 and a 1. So this lead is dwindling down right now. So it's a 2-point game. They only get 4 on that one. So they led by 4 at the half. They led by 12 at the end of 1. But a couple of big rolls by the Hawks got them back in it. So they trailed by 4, if I'm correct. Yep. So, all right. So who got the points here for the Celtics now? And so they got 4 points. So Bill Walton's in the game. He missed the shot, so he gets nothing, but he's in the game. Sheesting is also in the game. He got 1. So that is all. The Celtics have used all 12 of their guys. So Sheesting with a bucket. We're going 1 for 2, and Parrish 2 from the line. So Parrish has 8. So 61-59 here in the third quarter. It's Hawk hell here for the Celtics and me. There we go. All righty, so now we're going to roll here, our second roll of the third quarter. And, oh, boy, 8 more. Ooh, boy. I think they might take the lead here. Celtics going to need a big, big rally. So now the Hawks have 67. As we approach halfway through the third quarter. You keep rolling those 6s. That's how the kiss of death happened to me, as rolling all those 6s to the other team. All righty, so Whitman picks up 4 more points. He's got 17 now. Battle's in the game. He gets 2, so he jumps in from the bench and gets 2. And Davis is in the game. He gets 2 from the line. All righty, so Wilkins still leads the Hawks with 20 points. So Boston now trailing by 6 as we get to their roll. And, look at that. That's an 11. That is a monster roll right there. So Boston will not be denied. So they'll go up 72-67 here midway through this third quarter. Let's see who got the points now. I got 11 points to deal out. So Ainge gets 4 points. He hasn't scored in a while. So he's up to 11. Bird with 6 points. Bird now has 25 on the game. And then Ainge with another free throw here gets him up to 12 points. Okay, so now I'm getting in the groove. It's been a while, but now I'm in the groove. All righty. Atlanta with the ball now, and they're going to roll. Trailing now by 5. Here we go. And 7. That's a good roll. 7's a good roll. So it's a 2 and a 5. So they have now taken a brief lead with 74 points over the Celtics as we approach the 3-minute mark here of the third period. So on a 25, let's check out the points for them. Willis picks up 4 points. What you talking about, Willis? So now he's up to 6. Davis gets a bucket. He's up to 4. Davis comes in off the bench. He's doing well. And Davis with another one from the free throw line. So there we go. So Davis now with 5 points. Still Wilkins with 20 and Whitman with 17 for the Hawks. Celtics roll now here in the third quarter. And it is a 35. So that's going to give us 8s for the Celtics. Not a bad roll. So 8 for the Celtics. So we get a 3 and a 5. And I have I got the spreadsheet all set up for this. If you guys are interested in it, just let me know. Send me an email and I'll send you a spreadsheet if you want to play this. It's all set up where you just put in the dice rolls and it adds it for you and it keeps a running tally. So it's kind of neat. All right, so that's going to get them up to 80. So the Celtics lead 80-74 with 3 minutes to go here in the third period. Let's check out the stats for this one here. Again, I'm just doing points. I'm not doing any rebounds or anything like that, but it's all in here if you want to do assists or rebounds. And one day I'll do that. All right, so McHale gets 6 points here. So McHale now is up to 21 points for the Celtics. And Ainge with a couple of free throws picks up 14. So that's how that worked out. It's a good run there by McHale, who now has 21 points. Bird with 25. All right, now it's back to Atlanta now as we start running out of time here in the third quarter. See if they can get back in it. They trail. And that's a good one, a 9. Wow. So Atlanta's been rolling well here. Ever since they haven't rolled any less than a 4. I'm looking back at my chart here. So that gets them 9. So they will end up with 83. So they'll take a brief lead here. Let's see who got the points for them on the 45. Davis picks up 4 points, so he's got 9. Wilkins picks up 4 points. He's got 24. And then Wilkins with one from the free throw line to give him, let's see, I screwed that one up here, Wilkins. Let me back this up here. So this guy get that. Wilkins will get 27. Okay, I think that's right. Okay. I think that's right. 29, actually. So I think Wilkins now is 29. If my math is correct. I might have messed that up. If I did, and someone plays this, you can correct me. That's fine. All right, so the Celtics, last roll of the third quarter. Oh, look at that. They now trail. This is what we're talking about, folks. This is exactly what we're talking about. The Celtics have rolled a 3, a 4, and a 2 in this game, and the Hawks have rolled nothing less than a 4. So the Hawks lead 83-82 after 3. Let's figure out who got the points. Let's see who got those 2 points. It was DJ with a field goal. So DJ now has 4. So at the end of 3, the Hawks have come back. At the end of 1, it was 32-20 Celtics. At the half was 57-53 Celtics. And now, thanks to a monster run, the Hawks lead. I just can't beat them. I just can't beat them. Just can't beat them. All right, so let's put some time back on the clock. All right, so period 4. Here we go. Hawks, Celtics. Man, if I lose this game, I'm going to be pretty bummed out. So here we go. Oh, 9 more points. But actually, they subtract 2 here in the fourth quarter. So that 9 is going to turn into a 7. But still, that's 90 points now. So the Celtics, they better start rolling. And I mean they better start rolling, as in rolling. All righty, so let's see who gets the points here now. So Tree Rollins comes in. And he'll pick up a basket. Willis gets 4 more. He's up to 10. And Rivers with 3 field goals. Boy, Rivers is doing everything from the line in this game. So, yikes. Atlanta leads. Yes. Yep. So I rolled a 9, but you subtract 2, and that gives them 7 still. In fact, Atlanta has minus 12, and the Celtics have plus 4. That's a plus 16 advantage, and I'm still losing. That's how this game goes sometimes for me. I just can't roll anything decent. Also, so down the stretch, Atlanta's going to subtract 4 more, and the Celtics will add 4 more. So technically, the game is tied, but so it'll all come down to the final rolls. Celtics need a big roll here, and they get 7. Again, the 1s are the killer in this game. I don't like the 1s. So the Celtics still trail. So it's 90-89, but it's close now. and they'll add some points onto their rolls. So it's 90-82, and we've played just 3 minutes here. We still got three more rolls. So let's see who got the baskets there for Boston on the 7 points there. So Bird picks up 2 more. So Bird's up to 27 points. McHale got 4 more. So McHale has 25, and McHale actually make that 26 as he has a free throw as well. So here we go, folks. 3 rolls to go. There's 9 minutes to play in Boston. Oh, I didn't add my my 7 on, did I? So that's 89. That should be 89. So it's 90-89 here. So Atlanta will get the roll now. Here's Atlanta. And, another 6. They have rolled so many 6s in this game. It's making me nauseous right now. So they got 8, but I only add 6 because they have a -2. So now they have 96. How many more 6s can they roll for? This is the frustration I had when I played my replay. Atlanta we have a 16-point swing in our favor in this game, and we still can't beat them because we're rolling 1s. Okay, Atlanta's rolled 2 1s. I'm looking at my scores. I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I've rolled a 1 for the Celtics, and that's the kiss of death in this game is the 1. All right, let's see who got the points. Whitman chips in with 4 more. So Whitman, he now has 21. He's having a good game. Battle got another basket, so he gets 4 now. And Davis with a couple of free throws, and he's up to 11. So I'm kind of doing the scores on the fly. So when I read, like I said, I might have made some mistakes in the scoring here. I think I did on Atlanta. So they might not all add up, but I'll tell you who the leaders are. All righty, Boston now, halfway through the quarter. 8. That's okay. So they did make up a couple of points. So 5 and 3 is 8, but we add 2 because we're using the modifiers. So that gives them 10. So they take the lead back thanks to the modifiers. Because I put a lot of the modifiers at the end of the game. So Boston with 10 points, they take the lead with 6 minutes to play, and it's nail-biting time. So let's see who got those points. So 5 and 3. So we got Walton with. We get 6 points there. He hit 3 buckets. So Walton gets 6. Bird gets a bucket. So now he has 29, I believe that is. And Sam Vincent is in the game, and he hit a couple of free throws for us. So Vincent now has 6 points. All right. Last 2 rolls. Here it is. Atlanta now trails. Boston came back thanks to that bonus that I added for them because of their modifier. And here we go. Atlanta, 6. All right, they finally rolled a 1, so that ain't bad. But we subtract 2. The last time we do subtract 2 for them, so they have 100. So Atlanta has 100 right now as we approach the 3-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Let's see who got the points for them. So Webb picked up a bucket, so he'll get 2. So he has 4 now. And Rollins with a bucket as well. And I don't think I have him in the game, so it's the first time I think I've seen his name. I could be wrong, but I think he's got 2. Oh, no, he's already been. He had 2 before that. Okay, so now he has 4. All right, so Celtics, they have a chance to run away. We're going to add 2 to their roll. Celtics could put this away here. If they get a nice high roll here, we could put it out of reach. And they get a 3. We add 2 to give them 5, but it's not promising. It comes down to the last roll, and there's no modifiers on the last roll. So as long as if the last roll of the game, if Atlanta rolls less than a 6, they can't win because Boston gets a minimum of 2. But if they roll high in Boston, they blow their 4-point lead. So here we go. So who got the points? Walton with another basket and Parrish from the line. So Walton now has 8 and Parrish has 9. Okay, so now here it is. Comes down to the last roll of the game. Let's see if they can do it. And a 5. So I think that's going to be, they can't catch him now. So I think the Celtics are going to win this one. Yep, so they'll have 105. But the Celtics will get at least 2. So the Celtics are going to win this game. Oh, boy, that was close. So Wilkins with another basket here, giving him 31 on the night. Koncak with a basket, giving him 4. And then Webb from the line, giving him 5. So the Celtics are going to hang on by the skin of their teeth. Let's see what their last roll is, by the way. It's 8, so that they got plenty, actually. So 4 and a 4 will give me 8. And that'll be 112. So the Celtics will hang on, and they'll win this one 112 to 105. Look at the last bit of stats going on right here. So Shishting, he comes in late, gets a bucket. DJ with a couple of buckets here. So DJ's going to finish with 8. Not very good. And third kill with 2 free throws. He'll finish with 3. So that is the final score, folks. The Celtics pull it out here. They just to go back and review it here. So after one, it was 32-20 Boston. At the half, it was 57-53. So the Hawks had erased that 12-point lead, and it was only 4. They turned the tables and were leading 83-82 at the end of the third quarter. So the Celtics were actually trailing. But the Celtics came back with some help with some bonuses. Again, it was a 16-point bonus swing. And so they made up 9 of those points that Atlanta did. But so that was the final. Let's take a look at some final stats. These are unofficial stats. I try to do the best I can to do them on the fly. So it looks like Bird finished with 29 for Boston to lead the Celtics. McHale with 26. And no one else really did. Ainge had 14 and Parrish with 9. DJ with 8 and Walton with 8. So that's about it. See, for Atlanta, Wilkins finished with 31. Whitman with 21. Livingston, Willis with 10. And looks like Davis had 11, in case you're wondering. So that is that. So, whew. We hung on for the win. Whew. That was fun. That was fun. All right, so a little basketball on the channel. Haven't played regular season basketball in some time. That was a blast. Probably because we won, but it's a good time. So anyway, if you haven't played regular season basketball, it is that fun. You just roll a couple of dice. It's a basic game that you just get scores, and there's also I don't want to call it advanced, but it's just if you want to keep stats, the stats are all here. You can really get into stats. I mean, you can do offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, assists. I mean, there's a rest chart. There's ways to roll to see if certain players are not playing in certain games. If you don't, if you just want to try it all random like that, it is really, really fun. Oh, I forgot about the close game factor too. There's a close game factor in here. I did not use that in this one, but the Celtics had the advantage in that. So, I didn't use that. So in case you're wondering, I didn't use the pace of play or the close game factor. Again, there's so many options in this game that you can choose to use or not. So there's the basic edition, and then you just add the steps of the blocks of the features that you want to this game. It's really, really fun. Regular season basketball. Big thumbs up for this game. Haven't played in a long time, but I got back in here tonight and played that. And the Celtics got the revenge with the win tonight. And again, the final score was 112 to 105 Celtics. So anyway, hey, I'm Dave. Thanks.